What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. Right now I'm on my way to Walmart and I'm going to show you how to put together a beginner friendly adventure kit on a budget. In this video you can expect to learn what to buy, where to buy it, for how much, including in the lower end of the price range and the higher end of the price range, how to find places to camp, and how to use the gear. So let's get to it. Alright guys, so I just pulled into a Walmart and this is the perfect store because everyone has a Walmart near them. So I'm gonna get to the aisle, show you the prices, and show you what I'm picking out. So I want you to come to the camping section and you're gonna look for the Ozark Trail outdoor equipment. Now, it is $30, but all of these are good enough to get you started and they're gonna be cheaper together than buying them separately. So for example, this knife is $10. This machete right here, $15. And that's already $25 for 2 items and $5 from going over. This is what you want to start with. It's gonna have everything you need for the basics. Grabbing a $12 med kit while we're at it, absolutely perfect for the type of camping we're gonna be doing. We're not gonna need to break the bank on a $200-300 med kit. If you want to get a nicer one, that's great, but this will do the job. Of course, for 97 cents or $1.97, you can get yourself a lighter. And you do not want to skip out on one of these, so absolutely get yourself a lighter. This comes out to a total of $45.39, which may seem a little pricey, but if you take all of these things individually and you buy them on their own, you're going to be spending upwards between $70 and $110. We're going to start off with this little hatchet here. Now, it's small, but I really like it, and it has a paracord handle around this, so that way if you need to use the paracord you can. So a small hatchet like this is going to be perfect for splitting up small pieces of firewood and gathering kindling, so you can put that all together and get a fire started. Then of course it comes with a sheath, so you can just put that in there, wrap it, and when you put it in your bag it's not going to cut anything up. Now, while we're on the topic of getting a fire started, you've got a couple options here. One, you could just naturally gather kindling, and you go up a little bit in the price range and you can buy a kit of fire starter. So, you know, sometimes these are like between $5 and $12, or you could just collect flint from the dryer, and that's absolutely free. Okay, so this kit comes with flint and steel, which is great for starting a fire. You see, I kind of struck it in the wrong location a few times, but you can use this little ledge right here. That, with the combination of some lint, can really get a fire started, especially in windy conditions. So this is always important to have, especially if you don't have a lighter. And the lighter that we have is an Ozark Trail utility lighter. This is only 97 cents. This is definitely more effective than flint and steel, but it will run out of gas and you would need to refill it. But for 97 cents is a lifesaver, and it's absolutely recommended. We got a knife right here, and it's the same situation as a hatchet. The one thing I like to do when I test a knife out is just to do the little shade test. So you can see it's cleared a little bit of the hair off my arm, so I would say that's a good knife. Same situation with the hatchet. You know, it's really nice to just have that paracord in case you need it. Of course, if it comes off, you can just fashion your own handle or just buy one at the store, but it's pretty reliable and it's gonna get the job done. And it's in its sheath. It's good to go. And we got the machete. And this is one of those things that is cool to have, but as a beginner, it's not really necessary. It's got a good weight to it, and it's great for cutting a pack, clearing areas out, especially if I want to camp somewhere where it's a little bit thicker. I can clear an area out to set up my tent or hammock. And then it's got a saw blade on the end of it right here, so this actually can help you cut branches off to create more firewood, but at the end of the day, this is just great for clearing things out. Your hatchet and your knife are going to be useful for more things, but it's always fun to carry one around. It's better for self-defense than not having this machete, so I do like it. Now I do have, this does come with the flashlight, and the heart of safety, a flashlight is one of the most important things to have. So this flashlight has 3 modes. It's got flash, high, and low, which is pretty standard. That's what most camping flashlights will have, or most flashlights in general. You can zoom in, you can zoom out. It'll do what you need it to do. It'll run for 2 hours, which is phenomenal. So this is definitely something you should have. And then the kit comes with 2 carabiners. These guys are very cheap. I mean, these are like 20-30 cent carabiners. These are gonna be great for attaching to your backpack. You can hang off a coffee cup that you wanna use for drinking coffee in the morning. Use these to hang up food bags, or if you're sleeping in a hammock, you could just attach your backpack to the hammock and just hang it on the tree. This is 50-foot utility paracord. It's actually a great tool to have. You can set up traps with it. You can hang food, build shelters, tie stuff to the outside of your backpack that doesn't fit. You can even, like say for example, you cut yourself really bad. you could use this as a tourniquet to stop the bleeding. So it's very important to have one of these, and I would not skip it. So I bought this first aid kit along with the kit we just went through. And it's only $11, so it's on the lower end of the spectrum for first aid. I'm not asking anybody to spend $200 on a first aid kit, but I will say the nicer the kit, the better the situation when you're going through medical trauma. The more you have, the better it's gonna be. So this is great, especially for the type of hiking that we're gonna do. We're not gonna be too concerned about losing our lives, but we do wanna have something just in case we have a cut or scratch that we need to attend to. So with this type of camping and exploring, we're going to be utilizing a hammock. I find that hammocks are just great for camping. They're super small, so you can pack them up, you can set them almost anywhere, and they don't take up a lot of space, and they don't require a lot of effort to set up. So this hammock kit is $34.99. It's got the straps, it's got carabiners, and it's got a hammock. So I think this is just a phenomenal price, especially for somebody who's beginning and somebody who's on a budget. It has everything you need to just set the hammock up and get to it. We're gonna take this out and we're gonna look at it when we get to the woods and examine the quality and see how it sets up. I do have a bug net. So this is like a giant quilt that goes over the hammock. So when you're sleeping at night, the mosquitoes, the spiders, all that, they can't get you. You can still wrap yourself up in the hammock and close yourself to the outside world so you're not visible. I have heard some people say these are optional. This is a rain tarp. Absolute necessity. You never know when it's gonna rain. You do not know when the weather's gonna change, and you don't wanna take it up to chance. Even if you look before you go, a couple hours out, things can happen. Rain tarp, don't negotiate with that. Buy the rain tarp. I would hate to send anybody out into the woods getting soaked in rain. You can get one of these solar chargers for your phone. They're not super powerful, but if you leave them on your backpack and let them hang out all day in the sun, they should be enough charge. You shouldn't be on your phone that much anyways when you're out camping. You know, go in with a fully charged phone, and if you need to charge it up a bit, you can also charge this before you get out there. The cool thing about this is it has a compass on it, and it also has a flashlight. So it's got two adapters, and it's got a third USB, I think C adapter in there. As far as a bag goes, I just have a simple backpack I've had since high school. You could use a large drawstring bag, anything that you can put together. This stuff is really small and it's gonna fit. If you wanna get a hiking bag sometime down the line, absolutely go for it. But most of you should be able to find something to just throw your stuff in. So I'll show you how easy it is to pack. A machete in the, put my knife up here. Rain fly, got the hatchet, which will go on the outer. Utility lighter, I'll throw that in there along with the paracord, the first aid kit, and some other small stuff. Flashlight, it's important. So the total for all this comes out to be $135. Now, if you want to go cheaper, you could look on Facebook Marketplace, hand make some of your own things, or look for discounts. But for $135, this is a lot of stuff, and it's a really good deal. So I'm on a trail that's about 5 to 10 minutes down the road from my house. Most people can find something within an hour or two of them, but I'm just gonna find a nice spot back here and get the gear set up so you can see how it works. A bunch of pine trees, and the two behind me that you can kind of see my head's in the middle of, I think that's the perfect distance. I want to use some of this equipment that I got with my kit. Now this is a great spot. There is some brush and some sticks poking up through the ground, so this should be able to clear them. I could just snap these with my hands, but it's easier with a machete, and I want to get the use out of it. So I feel like it's adequately clear. My big thing is just the sticks don't poke on my back when I'm sleeping, and then I don't want to step in a bunch of thorns when I wake up either. We're gonna start with the hammock. We're gonna get these straps set up on the tree, and then we're gonna put the hammock up. You can see I've just put them on the loops on the very end. It's hanging very low. We don't want that, but there is a very simple method to adjust these straps. Notice the strap has loops, alternate loops that you can connect to. So we're gonna go to the highest one. Now that looks better, but we're gonna adjust that one so we can get a little bit more ground clearance. I really like this. It's got the height clearance that I want. It's settled in perfectly at the angle that I want it to be. I don't want it to be too tight, but I also don't want it to be too loose. And could go with a little bit of more of an arch, but this is gonna work for these purposes. So you hear that creaking? It's just the bark settling in. It's nothing to be worried about. So, love the material, super comfortable, might even be more comfortable than my own hammock. See where the hammock gets dark green? That's actually an indicator of the area you can pull over your body. So when you want to sleep, you can curl up into it. And just boop, boop. You kind of cover up a bit when you're sleeping for some privacy. We're gonna get the bug net going and we're gonna see if it's good quality. We're gonna get that over, show you guys how that works. I have the bug net set up. The last thing I gotta do is just add this paracord so I can give myself some breathing air so it's not in my face. As you can see, I got that little string attached, and it just helps keep that net up a little bit. So the bugs won't be able to get me from below, and they also won't be able to get me from the top. I didn't film opening up the rain tarp, but I got it right behind me. Should be stakes and string in here. This thing is thick. This is like a barbecue cover for a grill. It's the type of rain tarp that would survive a monsoon. See, it's got that thick grill cover material to it. So we're gonna get this set up and check out the final product. I've got it draped over, and what I've done is I've just laid that top stitching over the hammock and the net. I gotta get these strings in the ground and get the stakes in, and we'll spread it out and you'll see it come together. Two carabiners I was telling you about earlier are actually gonna come perfectly in handy right now. I take this little loop right here at the end, put it on the loop, stretch it up to where the bug net is. We're gonna do that with both sides. I've got the whole thing set up, so I'm gonna show you what it looks like now. Come in from this side, you see that the rain tarp is set up. Essentially what I did was I just threw the top of it over the bug net line, and then I staked them down to the ground. And this could use some adjustment, given it's gonna be a really heavy rain. You're gonna want this as low as possible to keep the rain from out of the hammock. I mean, all of this and the supplies we use for $135 or less, I think that's phenomenal, and I think that's a great deal for somebody who started off with camping or adventuring. This doesn't have to be an overnight thing. This could be a day hike, this could be a couple days. It's just all at your own pace. As far as camping goes, as far as finding places to go, I'm gonna give you a little bit of advice. There's an app called All Trails, which is phenomenal for a couple of reasons. One, and I'm gonna show you right now, you can search places to camp, hike, and whatnot. And the app is right here, and it logs where you go. So if you lose service, you still have a log of where you're at, and you don't need service to track. So for a beginner, you don't even have to go into the woods. You could go to a campground, set up at the campsite, and just try it out. If you're not comfortable, you're not stuck out in the woods for the night. If you want to get a little bit more advanced, you can use the app I was showing you, All Trails. It'll help you find trails to hike and campgrounds. And then if you really want to go deeper into it, you can use Reddit. You can go to your state's DNR website, look at the public land, look at the places you can and can't camp, and do some research. But I will be making a video on how to find camp spots and campsites for people who are trying to get into the remote wilderness. Until then, we'll see you at the next video.